It's the Car-Hardt Report. Let's rock this thing. What do you got,
Ready
Coach?
to rock. So, we're going to talk about some Phoenix basketball.
Yeah.
Doing really well.
Yep.
Some wrestling, swim. We can talk a little bit about some Oregon State recruiting, because that's coming up tomorrow, is some signing day. And then a little bit pro sports, talk maybe about little Rams, Packers. So you got a bat here. What's that about?
Go Brewers.
Brewers.
Friend Mr. Jeremy Kennedy brought that back from the big FFA trip from the plant in
Oh.
Louisville. You've been there before, Mr.
I have
Cavallo?
been there. We went to a DECA national conference there, did a tour of the plant.
Mhm.
Amazing. Something you got to do, especially if you're a baseball guy. You know the signatures.
Mhm.
They have those. From the way I remember, it becomes the property of Major League Baseball.
Mhm.
Every player, when you make the majors, you sign it.
Wow.
They make this plate. That plates are like gold. That is their big money, because that's what they use, those little plate. And it is crazy about how much each one, and they showed us some of the old ones, and they have those lock and key, and
Mhm.
it's pretty valuable and
Wow.
cool. And you get a free bat when you leave.
Free bat.
Not a cool one like that, you have to buy those. So Mr. Kenny spent some money on it.
Gotcha.
And interesting fact, minor league baseball bats, they're made with the lathe, but the pro ones with the CNC,
Oh,
exact specs.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So what's going on with some Pirate sports? I
Pirate
think
sports,
you went to a tournament in basketball in Hidden
Yeah, we
Valley.
had the boys down at Hidden Valley
Okay.
tournament. They were the only boys varsity team there that finished undefeated. So props
Nice.
to the Pirates. 6-1 right now.
Ranked?
Up to number, I think it's 12 or 13 last
Okay,
year. That changes,
great.
that computer stuff.
Yeah.
Every day. But we go right back into the fire this week. We're headed up to Elmira.
Oh, tournament?
Up there. Well, it's
Okay.
kind of a tournament. You just go
Is it a
play
bracketed-
2 games.
oh, two
No,
games,
We're going to play
okay.
2 games. We're going to play Lebanon.
Ooh,
So
5A school.
5A school.
Good.
Which, talking to Coach Mack the other day, sounds like they'll be similar to Eagle Point, the one team that we lost to.
Right,
And we'll
right.
finish up on Saturday playing Harrisburg, who's
Good 3A
traditionally
school?
a good 3A school, a good 3A sports school. They play good football up there, and
Right.
very physical basketball-wise, so that'd be a good test for us.
Yeah, that'd be really good. And then after Christmas is a Cascade Christian
After
tournament.
Christmas, before New Year's, we'll be over at Cascade Christian's annual tournament, boys, girls, varsity, JV,
Oh, wow.
the big challenger
And
event.
is this win you can win a trophy?
It is
I mean,
bracketed.
Bracketed
This is
tournament.
bracketed, 8 teams, and Cascade's done a nice job.
So I
with that
assume we
tournament.
probably start with St. Mary's again?
We're opening
Oh.
against Dayton.
Dayton, the
Dayton,
Flyers.
The Flyers of Dayton.
Pretty good team,
So,
normally.
Dayton is always a strong basketball school.
Right,
Good sports
right.
school, again, they're near Salem up there. Pick up a lot of these kids that maybe decide that the bigger schools aren't for them, so they suddenly end up at a school like that. They've been pretty darn good.
That'd be nice if we got that going around here, maybe. Some, we're gonna be the place. I mean, we got the new school. I
think
saw
so.
on Facebook, the design, like the outside, and it looked amazing, and I think people are gonna wanna come here, and
Oh, yeah, they're lining
it's gonna
up.
making it nice where, hey, maybe I don't wanna be the fish in the big school, let me be a little bigger fish. So that would be
That's right.
nice.
We'll do it totally legally. We don't recruit people. They
Yeah.
just show up at our door.
Show up and
and
bring you in and I
not
think
that
we-
other schools are recruiting people around here.
I mean, there might be, but we don't
Who
know.
knows?
We know we don't.
We don't.
But I think that would be a kind of fun thing to do, recruiting, it's a kind of cool thing. I mean, National Signing Day is
Coming up.
tomorrow for college football. You and I are both Oregon fans.
Yep.
Coach Cristobal he reeled in a big fish this
Wow,
weekend.
the big defensive end
The
there.
defensive end, Kayvon Thibodeau. And I wasn't gonna watch, and I sat on my couch, and I was like, okay, I'll watch it. Sat there, and my wife has a broken leg, so she's in the bedroom, and I'm watching it, and all of a sudden he announced, and he put the Oregon hat on, I'm like, oh! And she's like, what? I'm like, oh.
Contain your enthusiasm, Coach.
But it was good, but I think it would be a kind of cool thing to do, recruiting, but
Mhm.
kind of disappointing, because you develop a relationship, and then they go somewhere else.
It's hard. You can only take one girl to the
Yeah,
dance,
that's
everything
true,
like
and-
that.
And the thing is, you gotta try to bring about 25 girls to the dance, and you only can,
Hopefully
you get some of those.
That's right. That's exactly it. And signing day last year, we had a big group. I think it was about 9 of
Yeah.
our kids that signed to play at the next level, and we anticipate a group that big, if not bigger, this year
Yeah.
by the time
When
everything
everything's
shakes
set
out.
up, yeah.
You know,
And that's
especially
always
our
a fun
spring
time.
dance. It is. It's a neat thing, and we are glad to celebrate that with our kids and our families and our coaches and our community.
Now, in fact, we were just talking about this young man, Cade Beer.
Yeah.
Heard he's potentially going to go to OIT for baseball or
He's
something like
going
that.
over there. That is our first commitment.
First
So
commitment.
we'll do a signing probably sometime in February. We'll do our first signing day, and then we'll do a
Is
second.
he going to
one.
sign like with a snowball or something? 'Cause it's pretty cold there.
Well, I talked to Kate. I said, Kate, do you know there's winter over there? He said, yeah, I'm ready for
And that's winter's like 10 months, I think.
it. It is winter
It is,
over in
yeah.
K Falls, but they've got good programs academically.
Yes,
and
very
good
good.
opportunity for
I
them.
remember they've come talk to my class. I think they have a 99% placement rate for jobs after school. So I think that's a really good, excellent school
Yeah.
for that.
And we know, like we said, as the year progresses, we'll have several other kids who will sign and play various sports at the college.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it'll be fun.
Yeah. So what else? We got some wrestling. We had the wrestlers go to Grants Pass? Is that
Wrestlers
correct?
were at the Grants Pass Winter Kickoff, big tournament over there.
Oh, yeah?
And the guys were, very competitive. Right now we're a little banged up injury-wise, but we came through it. Ezra DeLuca was a champion
Magic
over
Man.
there. The Magic Man is a champion over there. And
We might have to have him on the show and do a little magic trick. I
I'm
don't know if you
sure.
guys have seen Ezra. He has a YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe to ours, but
Yes.
he's quite magical.
He is very magical, and he was magical on the mats. Brought home a championship, and those
That's
guys
awesome.
will be back in action on the 29th, I believe it is, when they take part in the Rogue Valley Championships
Oh.
over at North Medford. Then they're going to do a California trip
Oh, that'll be
before
fun.
we come back to school. So yeah, it's kind of like getting to be prime time for wrestling now.
Yeah.
Moving towards that district
Well, I
tournament.
have those wrestlers in class, and I got to kind of bring them back because they always want to check their rankings.
Oh, yeah.
Like, guys, just worry.
Weights and
about the-
rankings,
Yeah,
that's what we're
don't
talking
worry
about.
about the rankings that much. Oh, it's important. I'm like, well, I said it's not transverse. It's not A beats B, B beats C, and that means A's better. You got to do the whole thing, but they like to know the rankings, and they all want to be like, hey, I'm ranked number one. So, it's a pretty cool thing.
It's a cool thing, and there's a service called track wrestling, which
Right.
all the stuff gets fed into and regenerates all the information, and it's just amazing what technology's done to sports. The way you can watch games on a service called Huddle. There's a similar one called Crossover, and it's neat because it's just taken it to a whole new level. Sunday morning, I got up and I was able to go on to our Huddle account and watch the boys basketball game.
Oh, nice.
Because on Saturday night, I was down here, we had girls basketball.
Girls basketball.
We took on the Douglas Trojans.
So that was a tough game.
It was a good game, and they had some serious size, but our girls there is no quit in that bunch.
And that's good because we're kind of like two big girls and some tiny girls
Yep.
and some new, and they've been battling, as
They're
you
scrappy.
said.
They are super scrappy, and Coach Winter's doing a great job. And I think as the year progresses, you're going to see that team they'll start shooting the ball better.
Mhm.
They'll take care of the ball a little better, but they're playing hard. And
Yeah.
as from a community aspect, as AD, if we can do that every day, I'd absolutely.
And
do that.
that's all you can
Yep.
ask. Play hard.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you're all talented.
Yeah.
You can't beat that.
Doesn't always work
as
out your way, but you're still.
Principal
gonna have
Walker,
good
who
days.
I coached with him in football, and
Yep.
he said most times talent's going to trump scheme. And I tell my players, and I've coached quite a long time here. I said I'm going to outcoach enough people.
Mm-hmm.
I can outcoach somebody for 1 or 2 touchdowns, but if they're like 5 touchdowns better, we're going to need some luck.
Not even the Carvalho Magic
Yeah,
can
yeah.
take care of that.
You probably could. I mean,
Well, we
you
could
had some
onside
magic.
kick,
Yeah.
but not with no kicking rules.
Hey, but we did roll on. We converted quite a few of those 4th and 10s, so that was pretty good.
Well, I can always say there's nobody who plays a longer JV football
Hey,
game
we make it
than
roll,
Neil
right?
Carvalho.
Because we don't quit. We
That's
don't give
right,
up.
there is no quit.
So before basketball, boys basketball.
Yeah.
We've been, I think, kind of a surprise because I didn't know
Mhm.
how we're going to be. We don't have like prototypical height, but
Mhm.
we've got some parts, and then Ortega coming in has kind of been a little extra piece that I don't think anybody knew about.
Yeah, that was a great pickup when Nico Ortega moves in from Oklahoma. He's a junior guard and just gives us another shooter on the floor. So
Need shooters.
We do. You do. You need to put what we say the orange thing into the orange thing.
Yeah.
And when we can do that consistently, it's huge because the floor just gets that much wider.
Because I know last year I watched games and it's like I'd zone us the whole time. Nobody could shoot.
Yeah.
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 So that's really
We can
good.
stretch that defense a little bit, and we've been pressuring with our defense, creating turnovers, getting easy baskets.
And
lot of
and
good
even if
things.
if you pressure a little bit,
Mhm.
get them to throw the ball, speed themselves up, that kind of helps.
It's just like a turnover sometimes. You
Yep.
get somebody to take a quick shot. So yeah, we're doing a lot of good things out there. It's
Good.
been fun.
Well, before we go,
Yeah.
swim. Swim was, I saw that we're supposed to go to the coast, and then you put a tweet out that, hey, guess what? Power's out on the coast. We're going to Springfield.
Change directions.
So people are swimming everywhere.
You know, it was great. The spirit of cooperation was super there. Coach Jim got on the phone and said, hey, can we come to your meet? They said, come on up. So we were in Canyonville at the time, had already started heading back here. He heard from Springfield, turned around, they went up there, and by 10:30 at night they were back. They got a meet in, which is important because getting pool time is huge like anything. And now they'll turn around this week and go to Newport for a big meet that they annually go to up there.
Wow, that'll be awesome.
So yeah, we're excited about our swim program.
Well, great. So I know it's going to be holidays. We're going to be off for a couple weeks for our lift. We got some sports coming up, and it's going to be fun. So we hope everybody has a great holiday season, and don't forget to subscribe. What's our athletic sites that people should go to?
We've got a couple different places. PhoenixPirates.org. We've got stories. We've got interviews with coaches. We've got pictures up there. Of course, follow us at PHS Pirates Live on the Tweeter.
Yeah, it's always good to tweet.
It is a good thing.
So have fun, and you know, Dave has the best closing line of everybody. I'm going to say go Pirates, and Dave's going to be
Love the Packers, baby.